is a very warm welcome today because it's a special video. So today, as you can tell by the title of the video, is my 10,000 subscriber party. So welcome to the party, people. I confess I am very delayed in getting this video up and out because it took me a little while to decide how I wanted to celebrate with you. So hence why now I'm at 10,600 subscribers, but this is still my 10,000 subscriber party. So like I say, I wanted to be slightly different. I wanted it to have a little bit of meaning and have a little bit of purpose, because without all of you and all my lovely subscribers and all my watchers, none of this would happen. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time to make sure that, you know, we celebrated the right way. The way that I felt that it deserved to be celebrated. So we're celebrating. A lot of you have been with me from the very beginning. And for those that haven't, just as a little brief overview as to my journey on FlossTube and on YouTube, I actually opened my YouTube channel back on the 7th of August 2014. And it took me 6 long months to pluck up the courage to actually post up my first video, which went live on the FlossTube community on the 1st of February 2015. And that was a scary video. That was a very scary video. Did I think back then that I would be hitting 10,000 subscribers? No. Did I think I would even still be doing FlossTube videos? No. And look at me now. Here we are. 5+ years later. I think there will be 6 years in February. So yeah, we are definitely in the 5-year mark and still going. So I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So I wanted to make sure that this video was slightly different, and I wanted it to be more of a celebration of the journey, because for me, my FlossTube channel has been a journey from never stitching in your life to have never done anything to where I'm at now. So for some people, they've been stitching for, you know, a long time, and then they've gone on to FlossTube. So for them, it's just they're getting in touch with. For me, this was a massive journey. This is the biggest learning curve ever. And one of my most proudest things, whenever anyone says, you know, what are you most proud of in your life? All barring obviously marrying my husband and, you know, having my child, I would say one of the next ones on my list is my FlossTube channel, because it's where I feel like I've blossomed. I've found a passion that I thoroughly enjoy. I found a community of like-minded people that are there to help, offer support. But now that I'm sort of like 5 years in and I've learned a lot of tricks along the way, now I feel like I'm sort of giving back. So whereas before it was me asking all the questions and calling for help and asking for advice, now it's people asking me for my help and for my advice. So at last I actually feel like I can give back, which is, yeah, that's heartwarming and very touching. So hence the reason why I wanted this party to be a journey party. So I wanted it to have a bit of purpose and have a bit of meaning and have a way of celebrating in a way that I feel like it's a reflection of the journey. And for those that have been with me from the very start, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen those disastrous videos, the very first few that I put out. I have to be honest, to try and work out how I was going to do this celebration, I had to go back and revisit my very first videos. They are not the sorts of things that I want to revisit, and unfortunately they are the type of videos that I look at and I cringe and I think, dear God, really? Did I say that? Did I do that? You know, duct tape on your first project, all those, you know, things that are cringeworthy now. And it makes me want to think, oh God, quick, get them off, take them down. But I can't, because they're all part and parcel of this journey, along with my lovely subscribers and the people that have supported my channel. So this celebratory party, of course, is a giveaway. But it is a giveaway with a difference. So I've tried to look at things that I've either stitched or items that I've found and loved over the last 5 years. You know, things that for me have been either real all-time favourites or total game changers. You know, things that really, yeah. I've tried to sort of pick out things that we can have as prizes that have been within my journey. So that was how I wanted to do it. Hence the reason why this videos took so long. But that's not surprising. Because I have a lot of things that I had to go, yes, no, yes, oh, love that. But then if I did that, I would be sharing everything. I haven't got that much money, unfortunately. I mean, I would love to be able to give back to every single one of you, each and every one of my subscribers and supporters of the channel and of me, and has listened to the waffling, the rambling, the ums, the ahs that I do. I would love to be able to give back to absolutely everyone. But of course, I can't do that, you know, not with that many of you. I've tried to make this video so that I'm giving back as much as I can, because it's very important for me that you realise that without you all, then I probably still wouldn't be here. You know, it's a fact. It's a fact. You know, yes, some of the reason as to why I ever first started doing my floss tube videos was that it gave me a catalogue of my journey. But then I could have quite easily recorded them and just kept them private. But I didn't. And because I got subscribers and I got people that reached out to me, and I feel like I made connections like with friends. It's like a friends community. Admittedly, it's slightly distanced. I appreciate that. But for me, it's more than that. So yeah. So the you know, the floss tube community and me doing floss tube videos has been important, and it's a huge important part of my journey. So whilst on my task of finding those items that for me have been the game changers and the, you know, the must-haves in my world, whilst on the search to make sure that I could get my hands on these products to be able to give away as prizes for the party, I am very, very pleased to say that the lovely Kate from Lakeside Needlecrafts has generously offered to sponsor this video and has given us a couple of items for me to give away to you as prizes. So thank you so much to the lovely Kate at Lakeside Needlecrafts. A lot of you know that, you know, Lakeside Needlecrafts here in the UK for me has been a bit of a go-to. It was always So&So and Lakeside Needlecrafts. They were always my two biggest. Obviously, So&So closed down. My entire DMC collection came from Kate at Lakeside Needlecrafts, because back in the day I joined the Thread of the Month Club, and now I have almost a full 2 sets of DMC, and that's all thanks to Lakeside Needlecrafts, along with various other items, as you know, because yeah, there are so many things that she is my go-to. She is my go-to for my Q-snaps, my grime guards, my scissor keeps, my needles, my the list goes on. The list goes on. So we have a few items, like I say, that have been sponsored by the lovely Lakeside Needlecrafts. There is also some items in here that I have here in my stash, if you like. Either things that were given and gifted to me on the understanding that if I wasn't going to stitch them, that I would make sure that someone that really, really wanted to stitch them would get them. So there is some of that. And there are also some other items that I'm going to throw into the mix because they were total game changers for me, or they were big parts of my journey. So how are we going to do this? How are the rules? So this giveaway is slightly different in the sense that I'm going to give you the option to win some of my most loved items. So the way that I'm going to do this, so because there is more than 1 or 2 prizes, we're going to need to do this so that you can opt if you like, and make choices of what draws you would like to be entered into. I don't want anyone that leaves a comment to be drawn into anything, because I don't know then that you want, you know, that particular prize. So I've numbered these in numerical numbers. So as we go through the list of things, I will number everything. And as I give you a number, if it is something that you would like to be entered into the draw, I would like you to put the numerical number somewhere in the comments. So for each item, I just need you to put the number. So if you want everything, then you would just number everything. And then what I can do is it allows for me then to do a quick find search on my YouTube comments to be able to sort of get the list of people that want to be entered into the draw. That said, I'm also mindful that because there's quite a few prizes here that are up for grabs, and that you have the chance to win. If I was to do a video at, you know, at the end of September to do the whole number generator and show you me doing the number generator and then announcing the winners, it could be a very long video. Oh, I thought it could be. So because of that, I'm actually going to do the number generator and the picking of the winners offline, but I will do a video either at the very, very end of September. Where are we? Should we make a definitive date, people? Let's make a definitive date. Okay, so Wednesday is the 30th of September. So I'm going to go with, I will say that it will be closed as of the 30th of September. And the weekend of the 3rd, 4th of October will be the date that I put the video up to announce all the lovely winners to the prizes. Yay! See, it's like a party. With party, you have prizes and presents. So we're going to have prizes and presents. I'm not really too excited, am I? Okay, so without further ado, shall we get into the exciting bit? Because you know how much I love the exciting bit. So I've tried to do this in a way that it's sort of in order of the journey, so to speak. So the floss tube journey began back in 2015, in the beginning of 2015. And of course, the first love of stitching for me was the lovely Heaven and Earth design. So as you all know from the very first video, I was working on a Heaven and Earth design. It was my first ever project and it was my first ever finish. So it is quite apt, I think, to have prizes from Heaven and Earth design. So I am going to offer 2 prizes. So number 1 prize and number 2 prize. They will be a chart of your choice. It will need to be a digital download version, so a PDF version. So the first 2 prizes will be, prize number 1 and prize number 2 will be a chart of your choice by Heaven and Earth Design. So if you would like to receive a chart from Heaven and Earth Design as a PDF, not as a printed version, then you need to put in the comments below number 1 and number 2. Please make sure that you put the numbers in the comments in numeric, not as a written number, so that way I can search it. So prizes number 1 and 2 will be Heaven and Earth Design charts of your choice. Then we move forwards. After I'd tackled a few of my Heaven and Earth designs, we roll into around December 2016-ish, where I was spending far too much time on floss tube and easily swayed and easily enabled. And before I knew it, I fell down the rabbit hole of Mirabilias. You remember this lovely lady, don't you, people? This was my first ever Mirabilia. Again, I didn't go with a small project. That would be far too easy. We went with a nice big Mirabilia lady, the lovely Roses of Provence. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have a brand new chart for you. This is actually my copy. This is my copy of the chart. So, prize number 3 will be my rather... I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's not got marks on it because, yeah, it's not a clean copy, but it is a used copy. It's my loved and used copy. So, prize number 3 will be the chart for Roses of Provence. So that is your number 3 prize. So if you would like to be entered in the draw for number 3 for Roses of Provence, I'm going to have to start putting them down on the floor. So as I have been generously gifted a number of Mirabilias and Mirabilia stuff, I have obviously gone through all of my stash to pick out things that I think were appropriate and in keeping with the theme of my celebration and party. And a lot of these I know for sure I would never stitch myself. So I thought, well, this is the perfect opportunity. One of the things that was always asked of me was, if it wasn't something that I would stitch, please make sure it goes to someone that would really, really like to stitch it. Hence the reason why I'm giving everything numbers and you get to choose what drawers you get entered into. So next up is another Mirabilia. So this will be your prize number 4. And this is the chart only Rapunzel. So if you would like to be entered into the draw for the Rapunzel, that will be your prize number 4. Next up is prize number 5. Prize number 5 is the lovely the Scent of Old Roses, and with this you will get the chart and all of the threads, the krennic, the beads, and there is some Ada fabric in there, but you wouldn't necessarily have to use that. As you can see, the beads, the whisper thread, the krennic, all of the DMCs. So this would be absolutely everything that you would need to stitch this. So this will be your prize number 5. If you would like to be entered into that draw. And I'm sorry about the rustling. So that is prize number 5. Next up, prize number 6. It's exciting. I do love all this excitement. So next up, prize number 6 will be the lovely Gypsy Queen. Here she is. This one will come with just the bead pack. So here's the bead pack. Here's Gypsy Queen. So that is your prize number 6, if you would like to go into that draw. No threads, just the bead pack and the chart. That is your prize number 6. I feel like this is something along the lines of pass the parcel, but I'm just not passing it yet. I'm passing it across the table. So your next prize will be prize number 7. Prize number 7 is the lovely portrait of Veronica. Here she is, another beauty. And for this one, you will get the charts, all of the DMCs, and the thread pack. So that will be your prize number 7. If you would like to be entered into that draw. Oh, itches people. So next up will be prize number 8. So prize number 8 is one of the Pixie Couture collection. Fern. She is pretty. And again, with this one, you will receive the chart and also the thread pack. Sorry, the the bead pack for her. If you would like to be entered into that one, that is your number 8. It's all exciting. So the next one, prize number 9. Do you know what? I nearly pulled this back out. Very nearly pulled it back out. And then I was like, no, don't pull it back out, because as much, I've seen so many people stitch this one, and I thought, would I actually stitch it? And I was like, no, I won't stitch it. I love it, but I wouldn't stitch it. No, it's too big for a stars. So your prize number 9 is the lovely Mirabilia Cinderella. Here she is. And you know there's so many people that have stitched this one. Hence the reason why I was a bit, should I, shouldn't I? And with this one, you will receive all of the DMC threads, the Krennic and the beads. So the only thing that you would need to complete this would be the fabric. So if you would like to be entered into this one for Cinderella, that is your prize number 9. Then we have prize number 10. Now, I believe this one is an out of print chart, just so that you know. And this one is the Butterfly Fairies, or Butterfly Fairy by Mirabilia. And for this one, you will get, again, the bead pack and all the threads. So there you go. Bead pack and the threads. So again, the only thing that you would need to complete this would be your fabric. That is your prize number 10. Prize number 10. So if you would like any of those, like I say, make sure to put in the comments below, and you can just put commas in between each of the numbers. So if you wanted to go into like all of the drawers, you would just number everything 1, 2, 3, it just makes it so that I will be able to get the comments. I can search via the comments. So that is around the Mirabilias, and you know there was lots of kicking and screaming with my Mirabilia, which is one of the reasons why I'm like, do I want to take on another big Mirabilia or don't I? So then as we go along a bit further, in 2017 was when I found another game changer as part of my stitching. And you would have all seen this on my channel at some point. And it is the lovely Paco thread organisers. So here they are. This is one of my Hades. And the thing I like about these is that I put my, she says, where's the camera? There it is. I put my symbols, I prick stick my symbols onto the card that goes inside and then hang all of my threads off of it. And it just makes it so that it's really quick to get them off. Your prize number 11, I will ship one of these Paco thread organisers to anyone that would like to be entered into the draw. So you will get, you won't get the threads obviously. So you'll get the Paco thread organizer, and it comes with a number of the slides that go inside that you can either draw your symbols on, or you can do what I do and prick stick the symbols onto the card. Or you could, if you want to do and you just wanted to have them as storage, you could put the numbers of your DMC onto those. But I prefer to use the symbols of the chart that I'm working on because it's just easier to find stuff. But your prize number 11 will be one Paco thread organizer, and I will get that shipped out to whoever would like that one. So that is your prize number 11. So then around September 2018, I think it was when I fell down another massive rabbit hole where I'd done my Hades, I'd done my Mirabilias. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to try something new and fresh because, well, because I do these things, and I go off on these harebrained ideas. And this was another one of those fabulous ideas where at the time I was like, well, I'm not sure I'll be able to do it, but I'm going to throw caution to the wind and try it anyway. And that was the lovely hardanger. And I found the lovely company Loopy Designs, and I did a beginner hardanger piece, which I absolutely fell in love with. And if you don't remember, I actually created the little box out of it. So it was a game changer for me, because I honestly didn't think that I would be able to do it, because I thought that's going to be far too complicated. And I actually found it really not that complicated at all. So the piece that I'm talking about is this piece here. So there's a little bit of cross stitch in there, and then there's some hardanger, and there's a little bit of beading, but it's actually a really small piece. And then I created it into the lovely padded box. See, it's got all my goodies in there. And I absolutely loved this. In fact, I loved this so much that I'm definitely going to be doing another one, because I love the box as well, because it's super easy. And if I decide to do that, I think I'm going to do a mini series. So for those that have always been, oh no, I don't think I could do hardanger, I might do a mini series so that we can do one together. So yeah, so this was the beginner hardanger part 1 from Loopy Designs. The lovely Linda from Loopy Designs has agreed that she can ship the chart to the winner of the draw. So if you would like to be entered into, it's just the chart. So it would just be this tiny little square, not the box, just a tiny square. As a chart only, it mainly calls for pearl cottons, a few beads, and a colorist DMC, I think it was. It's not that much at all. So for just the chart, for this little hardanger, part 1, this is your prize number 12. See, I'm having to post-it note everything so that I know. So then in January of 2019, see, we're getting close now. So in January 2019 was when I found another total game changer. This is the lovely gift from, or sponsored gift from Lakeside Needlecrafts. And it is, as you know, how much I love them. It is my lovely Annie's Keepers. You know how much these mean to me. These are yes. So these are the keepers, the little plastic things. And these are the storage. This is how I store mine. And then these are the project sliders. So the lovely Kate from Lakeside Needlecrafts has agreed to sponsor this item in particular, and it is the starter pack. So what do you get in the starter pack, I hear you ask? So in the starter pack, you will get, she says, you will receive 50 of the thread keepers, which is these little, 50 of these little thread keepers with the labels, with the little round sticky labels. You will receive 4 of the project sliders, and these little keeps go on the sliders, a bit like this one does, see, but obviously this is a storage one that's different. And you will also receive 1 3-inch ring. So that will be the Annie's Keepers starter pack, which is generously being supplied by the lovely Lakeside Needlecrafts. So that is your prize number 13. So what's next, I hear you say? Well, the other generous item that is being supplied by the lovely Lakeside Needlecraft is another absolute must-have in my stash, and it has been a must-have in my stash since the very, very beginning, and that is the lovely Easy Count. Anyone that has been with my channel and is subscribed to me will know that there is not a full coverage project in the world that I would ever attempt to do without using my Easy Count. As example, here's my Easy Count on one of my other projects. So Easy Count is in abundance in my cupboards. I have to have my Easy Count, otherwise I cannot stitch. Apparently I can't count to more than 10 in any direction, so the Easy Count is a must-have. So the other lovely sponsored item from Lakeside Needlecrafts is the Easy Count. It's a 25 count, and it is 50 centimetres by 70 centimetres. And I can't remember for the life of me what that is in inches, so I will put it down here somewhere. So if you would like to be entered into the prize or entered into the draw for the Easy Count, that will be your number 14. So that now rolls us on to 2020, and for some this has been a horrific year, but I am pleased to say that in April 2020 was when I brought out and shared with you all my digital stitcher planner or floss tube planner, of which initially went up for sale on the Etsy site, and I quickly worked out that that wasn't for me, and I have now moved them over onto my website. So your prize number 15. Your prize number 15 would be a digital planner of your choice from my shop. So here they are. A digital planner, whether it be a floss tube planner or just a stitcher's planner. You will get the planner of your choice. You will get the thread insert, as well as, for those that want it, the weekly Sunday to Monday insert as well. So I will supply that as your prize number 15. So the only thing that you would need is some sort of digital device, so such as an iPad, an iPhone, an Android, and a PDF annotation application. So something such as GoodNotes, Exodo, Notability, all of those applications will work for you to use the planner. So if you would like to be entered into the draw to pick your planner, that will be your prize number 15. 15. And we are getting very close to the end, I have to say. So next up is number 16. Now you're going to look at this chart and wonder why this is in the mix, and I will explain. But I'm going to say that this will be more, this resonates more to myself and floss tubers, people that already create floss tube videos. And this is the Lizzy K chart, Be Bold, Be Brave. Here it is. This is the chart. And for some of you, you might think, well, where's the relevance there in your journey? Well, the journey is to put your face and your name all over social media and talk to a camera in a room on your own, talking about things you like, things you dislike, your own personal experiences, your own personal opinions. With that comes the tricky side of dealing with the comments. Now, I would say 90 to 95% of the time, the comments have always been lovely. But there is always that 5%. And I say 5% because it depends on what you're talking about. You know, when you first just talk about your projects, it's a little less. And the less subscribers you've got, the less you tend to get the not so nice comments. But it's things like the thumbs down. For some people that have only just joined, you know, they've only just started doing their first few videos, if they start getting thumbs down, they see that as a negative. You know, it's hurtful. They feel it. But then when you start getting to the point where you've got more subscribers, and like me, you've gone from just talking about your stitching to things you found, things you like, tools you like, sharing certain bits and pieces. For some people, they like that. Some people don't like that. So at that point, you start getting not negative feedback, but people will share with you if they're not particularly happy, or you've offended them, or you've upset them, which, you know, you never intend to go out of your way to upset or offend people on videos. I personally don't. I appreciate that not all of the videos that I do are for everyone. So, you know, there'll be some videos that some people watch, and then other videos they'll be like, oh, I'm not interested in that. That's fine. But because of that, you tend to find that you need to be a little bold, and you do need to be a little brave when you're going to talk about things about your experiences that possibly might upset other people. And with that comes comments where you can see that someone's upset by something you've said. So for me, this chart really resonated for people that are putting yourself out there on the social media platforms, especially when people see your face, they know your name. You know, yeah, you need to be bold. And then to do these videos, you need to be brave. Because sometimes, sometimes I look at the videos and I'm like, really? Did I say that? Did I do that? And then I'm like, oh, I'm just going to put it up anyway, and it is what it is. But that takes a little bit of being brave. And sometimes when we say things, we're like, well, I don't care. I don't care whether anyone else likes it. I'm going to do it. That's where you need to be a little bold. So for me, this really did sort of resonate. So it made sense to have this in the prizes. So this is your number 16 giveaway prize. If you would like a chart by Lizzy K, Be Bold and Be Brave, this is your number 16. And finally, people, finally, there is always an end to a party. Always an end to a party. And this one, well, this one makes total sense because this is just based on location. So your final prize, or your final option to win this prize, this is your number 17. It is a Riolus kit, and it is London. And obviously living in the UK, I work in London. I live almost on top of London. This just made sense and was completely apt for the final chart. So this is a kit. Like I say, it's London. The background, this is pre-printed. This is the stitching. Here's all the threads. It comes with a 14 count fabric, pre-printed background, a needle and anchor threads. So if you would like to win the London Riolus kit, that will be your prize number 17. Yay! Pass the parcel's finished. So there we go, people. That is the journey into 2020, all that's come with it, good and bad. For me, for my stitching journey, I feel like I've come so far, and I think there's always so much more to learn. So finally, for my UK subscribers and viewers, you all know how hard it is for us to get our hands on some of the lovely, gorgeous things that we like to have and use. We don't have LNSs. What we do have here is becoming less and less. We're becoming much more heavily reliant on some of our online stores and our big brand stores. Yes, we have places like Hobbycraft, but they're not like an LNS. They're quite limited on what we can get our hands on. So I think it's really important that we support local suppliers where we can. That's not to say that I won't import stuff. Of course I will. But where I can, I do like to support what we do have here in the UK. So for those of you that are in the UK, please could I ask you to head on over and check out the Best of Crafts Awards 2020, where we get an opportunity to vote for some of our most loved vendors and suppliers. As part of the vote, you will automatically be included, or you will automatically be entered into the chance to win a relaxing craft break in the beautiful countryside of Scotland. So if you fancy a nice little breakaway, if nothing else, then do that. It basically just means that we get the opportunity to vote for some of our, vote for some of our preferred vendors and suppliers. Personally, best online stores is one of the key things that I like to vote on, and also the best loved UK craft chain stores. But there is so much more on there. There is a shortlist up on the top. If you go to that shortlist, it will tell you the shortlist, and then in each category you can click on these little view shortlist and it will tell you who has made the shortlist and then who you can vote for. Please could I ask you to make sure that you head on over and vote, so that we can show our support here in the UK for some of our UK brands, our UK vendors, our UK suppliers. I think it's super important. So that is it, people. That is it. I am done. And you've listened to me waffle and share the love and play party. There is nothing more for me to say other than good luck to everyone. And I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. So until next time, people, bye for now.